it's Jackie. So I wanted to continue with my basics videos, but and I kind of touched on primer a little bit in the foundation video that I did, but I really wanted to do just a primer video because there are some interesting things that you can use as primer that you can find in your drugstore. Some things that you might not think of can be used for primer. So I'm sure, well, at least I think one of the most recognizable primers is the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And this is kind of their original oil-free foundation primer, and this is just a little sample of it. This is a 1/4 ounce. An ounce of this cost $36. So I have what is supposed to be a dupe for it, and I picked it up today for, it was normally $8, but it was on sale for $5, and it is from the makers of Monistat Anti-Chafing Gel. Alright, so you're thinking, Monistat, there's no way I'm putting that on my face. Crazy lady, don't click away yet. This is a silicone-based gel that dries to a silky finish, and guess what does the same thing? Alright, so this is not a full-sized product. The biggest Smashbox Photo Finish primer that they sell is a 1.7 ounce, and that is, I'm looking at it right now in Sephora for $49, okay? This is 1.5 ounces, and I got this for $5. Alright, so I'm going to try to squeeze out a little bit from both tubes without these, like, okay. So that's that one, and this is this one. So if you can tell, the Monistat one is a little more liquid. Smashbox one is a little, it's just a thicker gel. So do you see how just more liquidy this is? But other than that initial change, like that initial difference in texture, these feel exactly the same for hands, okay? And they dry to an identical finish. And the purpose of a primer is basically just to prep your face for foundation. It smooths the surface of your skin, kind of hides little imperfections. Another thing that you can use that also I picked up from Walgreens for $5 is milk of magnesia. Ooh. Okay, so this has been, I heard this drag queen secret from, you know, like over a decade ago, and I never tried it, but they're like, you know, put this on and it'll make your makeup last all night, and, you know, so I've never tried either one of these. These are just kind of like things that I've heard either through the grapevine or through the internet, and I'm going to try them both today. I'm going to put them on, and then I'm going to put foundation on, the same foundation, so you can kind of see if there's, you know, any sort of difference in the finish that they create underneath my skin. So I'm going to do 1/2 milk of magnesia and 1/2 Monistat. So we're going to see how this comes out. I'm going to zoom you in. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the Monistat. From what I hear, you only need a teeny amount of it, and that might even be too much for just this half of my face. Alright, so it has a really nice silky feel to it. It glides on really nice. It doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel greasy or anything. It just, and now it feels like nothing, pretty much. It just feels like my skin is like soft and kind of, you know, almost, I don't know, just really soft. Okay, so that's that. This is Monistat. Okay. And now we're going to do Milk of Magnesia. And I just am going to put this on with a cotton ball. And I got the sugar-free kind because I just figured that would be better than the sugar kind. I don't need it to taste good. I'm not putting it in my mouth today. Okay, so I'm just kind of taking this. And the thing with primer is, you know, you do not need a huge amount of product. Okay, we're not trying to create, you know, massive amount of layers. I'm kind of liking the Monistat better just for the simple fact that within, you know, or within the time it took me to put it on, it dried almost immediately. This is still a little tacky when I have some milky spots. I may have put it on a little too thick. Alright, so you see how I'm trying a little milky over here. Little Milk of Magnesia over here. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't know what kind of difference, you know, the camera's picking up, but obviously I'm seeing this Milk of Magnesia splotch, and this may have been, you know, me. This is, you know, truth be told, my first application trying to do this, so this might be me. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to put on foundation now. I'll do the non-milky side first, since we did the, we put this on first. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell a difference. I can feel it really adhering to the Monistat. Like it's much harder for me to, you know, blend this out. I'm finding, you know, I'm finding that, you know, it's just sticking a little bit more. I mean, which is really good when you need a little bit more coverage. I guess I really am not using that much more product than I normally use, so. Alright, so far I like the way that looks. I would say it looks a little bit thicker than, I feel like the coverage just seems a little bit heavier than normal. I mean, a lot of it heavier. I said I used less product. I didn't. I was just doing half my face. I used twice as much product. So it was just, I felt like I couldn't blend it out more. So this is, you know, I guess one of the perks to this would be if you have a medium coverage foundation that you want to be a higher coverage, this seemed to really like help coverage wise. I mean, you put more product on, but you know, I feel like normally when I'm putting this on, I'm really able to blend it out far. This just felt like it stopped me. Okay, now we're gonna do Milky Milky. All right. All right, I'm not having as hard a time blending on this side. I definitely feel like this is closer to how I feel like the application of this makeup normally is. I'm not feeling as much resistance as I was with the other side. Okay, so yeah, obviously this is using, you know, way less product than the other side did. But I feel like you know, the coverage is kind of the same. Okay, so let's compare the difference. Now, I don't know if you guys can see a difference. This is the side with the monostat, and this is the side with the milky magnesia. Okay, so honestly, now that they're set, the only difference that I'm seeing in real life, and I don't know if it's coming across or not, is I feel like this side of my face is a little bit lighter than this side of my face. But other than that, in terms of coverage, I think this is a little bit of, obviously, of a heavier coverage. I had to put on twice as much makeup on this side of my face. I didn't use, you know, nearly as much on this side of my face, the normal amount, I would say. So, you know, that is the difference there. In terms of finish, I don't feel like, you know, one is, maybe the Milk Magnesia is a little more matte, and this one is a little more natural finish. I don't know. But this was a fun little thing to try out, and I just wanted to share that with you. Some cheap alternatives. Between the two products, I would definitely recommend the monostat. The fact that you're getting 1.5 ounces, even if you're not getting it on sale for $5, even if you're paying $8 for it, you know, that's compared to $49 and a $62 value. Yeah, so just a teeny little bit of this will do you. You know, probably on your whole face, I would go, you know, maybe that much. I would definitely recommend that. I think you're going to really like the way that it feels. Don't be embarrassed. You know, put it in your medicine cabinet if you don't want anybody to know, but I'm going to put it proud right next to my primers because I really like the way that this looks. I like the way that my, you know, skin feels underneath it. I feel like, you know, it doesn't bring any sort of imperfections to the forefront, and I really like it. So, girls, go out there, get yourself some cheap primer. Forget about all this other, you know, nonsense. And, well, hey, it's me. Okay, so I had to come do a little quick add-on to this video. So I just filmed and I just washed my face off. And I can usually just kind of wipe this foundation off with just a warm washcloth. And wiping this side off, you know, wiped off pretty much like normal. And this side took much longer to get off. So I think in terms of wear time, you might want to go with Milk Magnesia if you are going out for New Year's or something where you're going to be, you know, out all night and possibly, you know, sweating and dancing and getting, you know, crazy. I would really go with this one. So, you know what, girls? $10, buy them both. So have them in your, you know, have them in your little area. And geez, this is 12 fluid ounces. This is going to last you, you know, for life. Okay, so girls, have a good day. And I just wanted to give you that update. Bye.